guys, welcome to Big Sister. Thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not done it yet, I would like to invite you to like, share, and to subscribe to my channel. If you guys you have questions about the videos that I have posted, then you can go ahead and reach out to me at trifina39@gmail.com. You'll be able to find that in the about link on my channel. You can reach out to me if you have questions. Remember, I'm not here to replace mom and dad. I'm not here to, raise a rebellious group. Just here to give you counsel on different things, hygiene, everyday life, and just certain things that you may have not thought about, especially for those of you who don't have a plan. We have to realize that everyone did not grow up in their home with their mother and father like I did, have their parents and their family. Some people, they're living on the streets. They're going from home to home, sleeping on one couch or another. Some people are sleeping on the streets. And then there are others who they're reaching a place of adulthood and they don't have any choices. And so what can happen in that case is they can begin to make wrong decisions for their lives. So I'm here to just give you all just options and things that I have experienced, as well as just things that you can do rather than making decisions to join a gang or to go and move in with someone, with strangers, and putting yourself in harm's way. So as you know, for the last few days, a few videos that I've done, I've been talking about the military, my experiences there. If you have any further questions on things that I have not touched on, then please feel free to reach out to me. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is you may want to join the military, but you may want to be more in a 9-to-5 environment than just having a crazy schedule. Depending on the needs of the military and depending a lot on the job that you choose, that is what's going to determine how often you're going to be out about in the field, which means, I guess you guys may call it camping, or it's not, but you'll be out and you'll be on a mission, perhaps doing some tactical exercises and things of that nature. Being out, you'll be away from your family, going out every few weeks or so, or a couple times a year, or quarterly to go out to do tactical exercises and things of that nature, sleeping outside, setting up your sites and all that nature. That depends a lot on your job and what you do. So for those of you who want to get out in the mud and do all that kind of stuff, there are specific jobs for that. And you would normally be in what we would call a field unit. Field units are normally the ones that are on the front line. On the front lines of battle, they're the first to be called. And so a lot of time they spend a great deal of their time basically training outside a lot, going to different locations, doing tactical exercises, all of that. And so a lot of times they are outside in the dirt somewhere else, going here and there for training. And they spend a lot of time away from their family, in the sense of they may, maybe 2 or 3 times a month, they're gone for 30 days and things of that nature. And other times they may be gone for 7 days, 2 weeks, but it's a lot. So jobs that can give you that type of feel is going to be field unit jobs, or let's say if you become a military police. I know that my friends who were military police in the military, they went to the field a lot. They were gone a lot. They were deployed a lot. They had a hectic schedule because, they're the military police, okay? They're going to be busy. And they get deployed a lot. That means they get sent out to battle, sent out to war and things a lot. And then there are other things that they do have, okay? If you want to be a ranger, if you want to be, as far as I know in the military, you want to be a ranger, you want to be a Green Beret, Special Forces, all those side, Black Ops. They're an elite group that's in the military, and they do a lot of different things. They train a lot, they're gone a lot. And they do a lot of the missions and things that we never know about. They go in and out real quick. The mission's done. We wake up. We may read about it, but they are the ones that know the full story, not what we've been given, So we have an elite group such as what I just mentioned. Now, other jobs, they are very important. They're not any less, but just as important but different would be like my job in the medical field. These are jobs where the clinics are open up from 7:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. These are your regular Monday through Friday. The clinic is not open on the weekends and anything like that. However, don't neglect to remember the soldier side of things. There may be things that we have to do outside of our clinic hours. So we will still have to go to the range to train there. We still have to take our PT test. There may be meetings and a few things that you have to do after work, but more often than not, you're going to be able to go in, do your job, and go back to your barracks, go back to your home, your apartment, whatever, your house, your family. You have more of a chance of doing that when you're in a hospital or something like that. There are many jobs, as far as I know, in the Army. Tons of jobs that you can get in the hospital. As I said, I was working with the head and neck surgeons. I worked in the otolaryngology clinic, that's head and neck. I think now my specific job has phased out. It's no longer there. I think they're using now just medics to do the jobs that I used to do. But at the time, we were trained specifically to work with doctors. We work with audiologists, and then we also work with ENT doctors. And so with that, you're working with doctors and surgeons and nurses and patients. So it's clinic hours. Other jobs I have that you can do will be like phlebotomist, you're drawing blood, a lab technician. You can be a pharmacy technician. You can be a respiratory technician. You can be a radiology tech, dental technician. You can be physical therapist. You can be occupational health. I believe physical and occupational health, you do those same things. Orthopedics, there are just so much there. You can become a nurse, and that's Charlie's School. There are lots of things. So those type of jobs that's in the hospital. Also, like legal, if you work for the legal team, paralegal, things of that nature, admin, those type of jobs. The admin, you can end up anywhere really, but if you're working for a hospital where you are patient administration, you're going to end up being in a hospital working, pretty much regular hours. But the thing with patient administration, your hours can be different, because in a military hospital, for the most part, that stuff is open all the time. But that would be like a special duty or something like that. That would be like occasional, but for the most part, you'd be working regular hours. So if you're looking for jobs where it's a Monday through Friday thing, going in and coming, your hours are in the afternoon, you go in the morning, you get off 4:30 or so, have your free time, your weekends. Those are the type of jobs that you can look into. There are many other jobs as well that will give you that, but what I know for sure, definitely the medical field. We're working in the hospitals. Lots of time, that's where we are. We do training and we do other things, but more often than not, we're the ones that are out in the field. They make fun of us all the time. Say we're not real soldiers or whatever, but that's just the thing. They know what time it is. They say all of that. They still got to come to us as soon as they see some blood. But we all have to train. We all have to train on firing our weapons. We still have to be physically fit. We have to meet the same standards. Our hours are just different, so they tease us and stuff, but that's just the thing. They know at the end of the day when they need help, they're going to call us. Now, the things will be in the medical field. You may be in a hospital most of the times, but sometimes you can end up being attached to a unit that is like a field unit. They go to the field all the time. So you can end up being attached to a unit where they go out quite a bit and you're there as support. So the thing that you have to understand when you're joining the military, it's based on the needs of the Army. So no, they're not going to change your job all of a sudden unless that job gets phased out, and it takes a lot before that happen. You are going to do your job, but you can't say, well, I just only thought I'd be in the hospital all the time, or I just thought I'd always be stateside. I'll only be, working in the United States all the time, or I thought I'd always be overseas. No, when the military needs you, you go somewhere. You're normally there for about 3 years tops, or 4, depending on what's needed. If you have a rare job, then they'll keep you there longer. But if not, they're gonna move you and put you where you need to go. All right, so that's just the thing. The military is going to do their part, but you have to also have the flexibility and understanding that, hey, I am a soldier. I'm here to do my job. I'm going to do what the military is required of me to do. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to get it done. So there are tons of different jobs, guys. You can work in the dining facility. Those of you prefer to, people that they enter in, those are the ones that prepare the lunches and things of that nature. You can work in the dining facility. You can be a chaplain assistant, and basically you're working with officers and you're basically like a counselor to the military on a whole. Everybody goes to the chaplain, when they have stressors and things of that nature. You'll set up for different services, things of that nature. So that's another thing that's there. I believe I already spoke to you guys about legal, police, you can do something that's pretty much human resources, and that job can take you anywhere. You can be in a field unit, or you can just be, around the hospital. So just depend on what you're looking for. But I will always say, choose your job wisely whenever you're getting ready to come in. You still have to go to school, so you may get the job, but now you're going to go to basic training. And after you go to basic training, now you're going to go to school for it. You have to pass that, because if you get to school and you don't do well in it, they're going to really work with you and give you the opportunity to pass. But if you don't, they're going to reclassify you. They're going to give you a different job. You're going to have to wait for that at that point. But that's why your ASVAB score is really important to work on that, to get a nice ASVAB score. So your choices, you may have better choices than just, hey, this is all you can do. Okay. But again, the military will not try to throw you under the bus in that sense. But one thing you just have to remember, do not take a job that you do not want. Let's say there's something specifically that you do want and you score well on that entrance test. If it's not there and you're willing to wait, just say, hey, I'm willing to wait. Don't let anyone rush you and say, oh, you gotta take it, or else, you're never gonna get this again. No. Sometimes recruiters have a quota to fill, and sometimes they make you feel like you have to take this. You don't have to take anything. But once you join and you took that job, that's what you took. So the military will send you to school, train for that job. They're going to also send you to OJT, which is on the job training. You're going to get a hands-on experience with your job. And then they're going to send you to your very first duty station to work. So guys, that's all I have about that. If you like to be out and about and outdoorsy, there are jobs for that in the military, in the Army. That's what I do know. And then jobs where you're like, you know what, I don't like to get dirty all the time. I don't like to go out there all the time doing all types of stuff. Then there are different jobs, which is going to be your legal, your medical and administrative, depending on the position they need you for, finance, things of that nature. Okay. So always remember this, regardless of what your job is, you may always work in a hospital and never see a field. But also understand that the Army can attach your specialty to a unit that they go out all the time. And don't fall apart with that, because I've had that. I was mostly in the hospital, and then there were times that I was attached to another unit. When I went to Korea, I was attached to a unit that they went out to the field. I was in a medical position there. I worked in a clinic there, but we had to go out and train with them. And it was an experience. But if you really think about it, these are the things that was introduced to us in basic training. So it's just like it's like really everything that we've been taught already, and you're going to be exposed to when you first get in. Now you're doing it for, a couple years. You're going to the field, you're setting up your tent, and you have your bivouacs, and you have all these different things. And some things you have to relearn it all over again, and don't be ashamed if you have to, because for me, by that time I'm up in rank and now I'm attached to this unit where people are looking up to me to lead them, and I was like, I don't know this stuff, so I had to relearn and retrain and then get in front of other people. So it's always a good experience to to experience the field side of the military as well. You be there for a bit, and then you go back perhaps to the hospital or, office settings that your job normally will have you to begin with. So choose your job wisely, learn all about it, watch videos on YouTube, see what your job is all about, and always know, regardless of what you come in for, you must be prepared for the needs of the Army and where they send you. All right, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Choose to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any other further questions about this, comment below or send me an email. All right, guys, that's all for Big Sister.